But okie dokie, let's go in for another here. Otter with a pig is not where you want to see it. Do I go for the total reroll? Hinge all my hopes and wishes on whatever comes up next. Could freeze the otter as well, and then we just have to buy whatever comes up here. Ideally, it's a fish, because if I can otter up on a fish, that's beautiful. If I get triple duck on a single reroll, then I'm definitely looking towards my future with promising results. I guess let's just play it safe. Let's buy the pig, buy the otter. Roll me once, and it's never round one if you don't have an ant in the front. Definitely seems to be a consistent theme for us, and the first thing I saw were piggies, and we did decide to keep this piggy around, so wouldn't it be nice if we had it in the team name and we could bring up a large hog here? Naughty piggies, I mean cheesy piggies could be nice and thematic again if we do get an incredible pig running our front line. Naughty legs, naughty mouths, cheesy mouths. Had too many Cheetos. Let's go cheesy piggies. Because I believe I've completely pulled a 180 since the beginning of the round there. I scoffed at the pig. I laughed at the pig. But when the cheesy pig brings us to victory, especially against a level 2 horse, are you okay? Super Auto African, are you okay? The desolate herbs here. Cheesy piggies sounds like a nickname for a ham dish. A delicious ham dish at that. No real point in leveling up our piggy. I guess it is a statistical bonus. Regardless, I think I'm going to start off. Haven't had any ants on the log so far in this session today, so gotta bring in ants on a log. Then maybe we'll freeze ya, go for a single roll. More pigs. You know what, I guess it does get us closer to a level up on turn 3, which is always nice. So why the heck not? Gotta believe in the name, cheesy piggies for life here. Oh, cheesy piggies being a food dish sounds absolutely lovely. Maybe a mix between like pigs in a blanket and some kind of deep baked cheese casserole. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okie dokie here. Don't have any ducks to sell this time, so that's different. That's new. Let's level you up. Early Roo, hey. I mean, this early on a kangaroo can be pretty huge. Would I want to sell you? Potentially. Alternatively, we could see if we get another even better level 3. Don't know if that will be the case. That'd be combining our lovely ant friends here. I guess if we combine all of you, we can fit in both level 3s. And afford them. And when I put it like that, let's see what we get. Okay, ox isn't quite what we were looking for. I don't mind a good ox in my life, don't get me wrong, but I was hoping for a turtle, I think, because if we did turtle, big pig, kangaroo, at this stage in the game, we would have been steamrolling. Regardless, I think I do buy both of you friends. Can leave our ant at level 2 as a potential pill target for the future. And then do something like this. Ox back here, ox up here. Doesn't really matter. This early on, I think the ox will do pretty well for itself. There's the pill. A 4-3 is still pretty solid on round 3, round 4 next time. So maybe we won't pill right away, but it's on the agenda at the very least. Let's try that one out. Not a great matchup in the front. It's still totally fine, especially since our pig gets 2 attack cycles. And this is, yeah, very strong team for this stage in the game. We're going to have to ride that wave for sure as best we can. Hopefully we're able to. Could stack the otters, but random target right now I don't think is what we're looking for. Ideally it hits the pig, but who the heck knows? Swan. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good swan. Probably put the rue behind the ox for the guaranteed 2 procs. You're definitely right there. Especially at this stage, nobody's running over 24 attack to get through the melon armor. That would be the smart thing to do. So if I pill you, I'd want to sell you first so that it doesn't hit the otter. Then I have 2 spaces that I'm hopefully going to be filling up at some stage. I guess we can put the rue behind the ox before I forget to do so at the end of the round here. And let's do it. Let's sell you. Goodbye, my otter friend. And pig is lovely. Gotta get that cheesy piggy rolling. Nice and fanned up to make a good cheesy piggies dish later in the day here. And I think I snap grab you. An ant is tempting as a filler for now in the front. Let's reroll and see what we get. I mean, flamingo is not too bad. Can definitely be used pretty well in our futures too. I should have just said as well. I have that annoying tendency to not want to repeat myself, but I don't know if that actually is something that is even prevalent on others' minds, or if that's just my brain and how it works. Whenever I hear the same word or phrase used twice in a single sentence, it just stands out to me glaringly, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's just my stupid brain causing problems for itself. We could afford the dog here. It's definitely early enough for one, but for now, we're going to have to say sayonara. And I think we just roll on here. Still a pretty solid team. Actually, I don't know. Shouldn't undersell it. It's a really solid team. Just that other people could also have solid teams. Let's see how we get. A garlic armor on the pig would have definitely done some pretty solid work for us here. Doesn't look like it will matter too much. In fact, it doesn't. Wonderful job, Rue. Making everyone proud. And let's see. I mean, camel is always interesting. Camel is something that I love in theory. It seems incredible, but you really need some kind of growth engine to power it. Because if you're not leveling up, I mean, even the fact that by the late game, most of the hard effects don't matter because things are either dying in one hit or killing everything on the enemy team. There's very little in between for the most part. So it's made me look down on camels probably more than I should, because I used to love them. When I first started playing, I was trying to fit a camel into every build, especially like camel roo, camel peacock, any of those kind of things. I guess even camel ox would probably be pretty solid. But regardless, instead of musing on the efficacy of a camel, let's maybe think about our present situation here. I want to pill the flamingo. Who do we buff? Kangaroo could, but I'm okay with you just buffing up on attacks. Ox going up 1 attack is doubling its attack. Oh me, oh my. Ain't that just the thing? Plus, get a slightly larger piggy. I think I've convinced myself there. Oh, wait. I'm so stupid. Definitely should have moved the ox up, then pilled the flamingo. Then our ox would have gone more attack and free melon armor. That's why you pill in front of an ox. Not all the stupid reasons I was saying, joking around about doubling the attack. Whoops. But that's okay. Let's take the piggy. The cheesy piggies are real. Then I'm likely to go for a double swan in the back end. I think we still have a pretty solid team altogether here. Not too worried about our chances for victory, and that gives us the money to potentially keep it rolling into the future. I'll freeze the camel in case I change my mind on anything. And last but not least, do I just go for random buffs on the team? Or do I want to start leveling up my kangaroo? I guess kangaroos are kind of interesting because they're another one that does really well in the early mid game and then starts to fall off at a certain point. That pig is getting cheesy. Oh, it's getting real cheesy. It's looking fantastic. Oh, I should have unfrozen the camel. I don't think I'm actually taking you. Sorry, friend. But that's okay. Let's just move it on along. Okay, I thought you had a level 3 and a bison already, but you're just planning for the future. You believe in that ant. I wish I had that kind of self-confidence. But no matter, we do absolutely fantastic. Getting just enough stacks on the Roo. Don't even get into the real money of the team here. I mean, triple camel, just right off the cup or the cusp here. Combine our swans, bring in triple camel. Again, is kind of fun, but maybe not incredible. I'd probably rather get like garlic armor for the pig. Another Roo, another swan. I'm sorry, camel. You're cute, and I like you, but maybe not today. It's hard to say no. When you see the triples lined up in your shop like that, it hurts a bit to say no, but sometimes you gotta learn how to say no. And so we will do so. Another pig. Now, how could I say no to that? Keep cheesy up. Don't know if I like that verbiage. And is there anything else we wish to do here? Probably not. Let's roll past that. There's the next swan level, which means we can buy you, combine you, get a swan that's just as good on the bank side of things. Let's maybe go one more reroll to see if we have something else to fill in a slot. We do. Do I want you, Turtle Pal? It's garlic on the pig, or we could put turtle up in front. Melon armor our pig. It's tempting to keep the double swan. I keep wanting to call you a goose because all I'm thinking of in my head is golden goose, since they give us the bankage here. So let's do it. Let's combine you. I mean, dolphin I actually love. Even if I don't always run them in every squad, they're definitely one of my favorite animals in terms of effects. Gotta love those snipes. When it kills off a scorpion that's primed to kill your 50-50 with garlic armor, it's a thing of sheer beauty. Do I want to freeze you? Probably not, because I'd rather get a pig and a bison at the end of the day. But know that I like you, Dolphin. I appreciate and respect you. Let's try this one on for size. Hopefully this team can keep going here. Ox is definitely starting to fall off. Getting to the point where it won't be quite as useful moving forward, but that's a-okay. At least, oh, I was gonna say get close to taking out the dog, but that's not even true. And that's a loss. But hey, it's our first loss. That's pretty huge. I'm used to getting a few losses on the way to victory. In this past week, it's the first time, I guess first and second time that I've ever gotten flawless victories in the game. And don't tell anyone, but one of those times was with a turkey tiger build that we don't have to talk about. But let's see. Swan, I probably don't actually really care about buying you anymore. I'm happy with the level 2 swan to kind of get us through this middle part of the game. In fact, we could even sell this swan, replace it with like a dolphin. As mentioned, Ox is starting to fall off here, especially since the turtle gives our pig melon armor anyway, so I'd almost want the Roo behind the heavier hitter here, I think. So I could sell, bring in double dolphin. See if we roll anything else that I prefer over that. But otherwise, be happy with where we're at in life. I guess instead we could freeze a dolphin. I am going to sell the ox. Again, you've done us proud. You deserve retirement though. Bring in you. Garlic might go on our kangaroo. In fact, let's just do that now. Why the heck not? Kind of hinging on the fact that we will be getting some stacks out of the kangaroo's passive here, which is in no way guaranteed, but it would be nice. Penguin is close to being useful. Again, if kangaroo was level 2, jump at it in an instant. And instead, I guess regardless, we can afford to reroll twice and potentially still sell the swan for a double buy. Freeze a pair. And there she is. And suddenly Seymour. So I'm going to sell the swan. Let's upgrade our kangaroo. Ooh, and then do we go for a second dolphin or crocodile? I have a newfound respect for the crocodile. I was asked at one point last week what my favorite, like, underrated pet is in this game. And crocodile is definitely on the verge of making that list because I had a tiger crocodile build, and I think I had 2 different crocodiles for the majority of it, and that team absolutely slapped and easily made its way to the 10-win category. Snipe build on the cusp of one for sure. Dolphin and crocodile. Snipe builds are just fun. Regardless of how effective or getting into the nitty gritty of what the best builds are, snipe builds are just flat out very fun. And so I think I am going to give the pig a pair. Gotta keep that cheese level rising. And then question becomes, do I try and fit this dolphin in? Could just stack it on right away. No, I think I'll hold out for now because there's the pill. Probably going to pill the turtle, so we could run double dolphin for a round. It's a lot of sniping. A whole lot of sniping. And this turtle is not likely to do anything besides maybe take the hit on a scorpion, protect the president for our lovely Piggy here. But Melon Armor should do the same thing at this point. If somebody has an over 20 attack scorpion, which means they buffed it or leveled up a creature in order to get a scorpion, and then also have somehow consumed 10 cans. Guess the math just doesn't work out, so I think we're okay. Shouldn't go too deep into the mess of thinking that through when it's a bit more self-evident than I'm giving it credit for. Alternatively, could try a skunk. I've heard such fun things about skunk dolphin builds and just never had the opportunity. Because it would be satisfying. Getting a level 3 skunk and sniping their best unit would be pretty cool. But for now, I think we'll say no to you. It's a little late for getting you up to level 3. It's going to be an uphill battle. I think I'd rather run double dolphin. Probably should have re-rolled before I made my decisions, but that's cool. Bison might be kind of late for, but we're so close to that level 3 pig. Oh, a dodo scorpion combo would be enough to get through Melon Armor. You're not wrong. I knew it. There has to be a way. But fortunately, we don't run into that extremely specific combo today. Oh, and we sniped their whale's attempt to eat there, so that's fantastic. Beautiful. Love to see it. I mean, 2 chonky units in the front followed by a bunch of snipers. Don't mind if I do. I don't even know if I want to include the bison because I almost want to make this work. The only issue there is kangaroo's going to start just diving off the cliff in terms of usability here, I think. Unfortunately, at the later stages of the game, even a 50-50 is generally, 50-50 with Melon Armor, I should say, is generally only attacking twice. Which means we're going +8/+8. Not the biggest deal in the world at the very least. But let's stop talking so much about the future and think about the present. And we'll just roll through a couple times. Okay. Got the chocolate to bring this pig to the next level. I could combine my dolphins, bring in the bison, let it buff up a couple rounds, potentially selling the kangaroo. Bringing a tiger into the back probably. Because again, tiger crocodile build, super funny. Can take out some pretty nasty things. It's definitely the counter to like a turkey fly build because you're almost guaranteed to take out one or the other. Ideally, you take out the enemy's tiger that's behind their turkey or their snake. If you win with a level 3 pig, I'd be very impressed. Me too, friend. Me too. I mean, we have life to lose. Let's go for it. If we got a tiger there, I would have been so impressed and so happy with life. Still pretty chuffed, though. So let's combine ya. Bring you back. Time to bring in a bison pal. Gives us a good reason for keeping the piggy around till the end game, even though we all know I'd be doing it anyway. You don't cross the cheesy piggies like that. That's how you get shanked. Because now, in my headcanon, of course, cheesy piggies has become a gang. There's a whole lot of backstory, a deep mythology that runs through it. Let's try this one out. Hopefully we can continue to float through the middle section here. I mean, that melon armor is taking us a pretty huge distance. Taking out the turtle is nice. And I don't think it would have mattered. Did they have their turtle in front of a penguin? Am I imagining things? Did they have their turtle in front of like a 1-2 penguin? That's not what you want to do, bud. I know it's painful. That's the thing. In their head, I can totally see that, you know, you have garlic armor on all your big units. You don't want to overwrite that with a melon. It's a waste of 3 gold, but no, you definitely want to overwrite that with a melon. 100%. But I'll take the victory where we get them. Let's bring you in. I mean, leopard also kind of fits into the snipe build system here, though I've never really seen one take off. I'm curious, how does the leopard scale and level up? I would guess that it goes up to 100% damage and then maybe 150% damage. It's fun. But yeah, I think you need buffs. If I'd eaten a bunch of cans on my way here, I'd be right there with you. It's also one of the rare times that I don't buy a cow, because I am a pretty huge fanboy for the cows here. Let's roll past it. Rue, I think, is going to be sold eventually at the very least. So I think that's chocolate on our dolphin. Cats are also fun, but we got too much going on here. In turn, before I do something drastic. Let's see. Any one of these rounds now, I can feel that I'm going to start hitting a bit of a wall. But not yet. Not today. In fact, holy crap, we're at 9 victories? This has gone by real fast. Tiger me? Okay, no tiger. I get it. I get it. I see how it is. I'm not hurt or nothing. So, I mean, buying the bison, you know, probably good enough for me. One thing I've been wondering, but I've been too afraid to test, is if a level 3 bison supports itself. If there is at least one level 3 friend. It doesn't say there's at least one other level 3 friend. It does. Oh my gosh, I probably could have won that game. I had a very piddly level 3. I can't remember. I don't think it was an ant, because an ant at least has some use in the late game. It was like a mosquito or something that had received no buffs. But I got a bison up to level 3, and I was too scared to sell the mosquito and see if the bison supported itself. But hindsight is 20/20, I guess. Woe is me. But we'll just roll right by for now. We are probably selling the Rue at some point. Specifically if I see a tiger pop up. So I can afford to roll a couple of extra times. Mushroom's not going to get us anywhere, I don't think. Another Rue, hey? Maybe it would have been worth it to keep you going, but I'm too deep now. Sunk too much into this. There's the tiger. So the question then becomes, do I sell now and go for my fun tiger snipe build? So if you attack twice, which I think is going to be the general case, the average, then you go up 8 and 8 to 12, 13. So we could have a 12-13, or we could deal an extra 10 damage to the lowest health unit. potentially killing off a tiger and a fly. I think I've convinced myself, whether that's sound logic whatsoever, I'm just kind of pulling at threads. Let's try that one out. Bison will keep around as well. And perfect. Melon armor is beautiful. We're going to keep the mushroom for the tiger. And then maybe slightly less necessary. Normally you need that so your tiger survives throughout the course, if your tiger is supporting something like a snake or a turkey. But here, they only need to be alive for this moment, where we snipe and snipe. Oh, it was close. But, yep. Rhino just running the absolute gambit on our team. Okay, can I get one more win? The further we go, the less likely it is that this team has what it takes, because it is a bit of a weird amalgamation of things here. In fact, again, mushroom, I think I was overvaluing you rather in this specific makeup. Regardless, definitely going to go for the melon armor. I'll upgrade you. Let's roll once here. Look at that. Turkey and fly in the same group here. We hard pivot. We could sell these and hard pivot into that, but that's no fun. I gotta win with this wacky sniper big pig build. In fact, if we want our pig bigger, we'd probably want something like you coming up. That's fine. Just maybe toss you in the front there now that you've overtaken our piggy pal. I guess even one more reroll. We don't have enough money to buy anything. That's right. Even if you do nothing, it's the principle of the matter. Let's give you a 1-up, just for funsies. And come on, 10 victories. I need you. Cheesy piggies versus the motherly husbands. Oh, we could have been the fatherly housewives. I don't know if that was the same round by any stretch, but wouldn't that have been fun? And there we do have it, and holy crap, the 1-up on our tiger actually won us the game. Oh my, oh my. And they said I was crazy. They said I was a fool for 1-upping my tiger. A turn 12 victory. I should go through my screenshots sometime and see the earliest victory I've gotten. Because even my perfect rounds where I didn't lose any games, I think I drew multiple times. So I don't think I have any turn 10 games won. But I'll have to take a peek sometime and see how it goes. I'm glad this build worked out. Big Piggy for the win. We all believed hard enough. And the cheesy piggies. Favorite team, and of course, favorite dish to have. Great potluck dish to bring to parties.